This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Tuesday, June 4th. First up, Digital Markets Bill passed, paving way for publisher leveling playing field with big tech. Just before Parliament dissolved for the UK's pre-election period, the Digital Markets Competition and Consumers Bill was passed. This move opens the door for the replication of Australian legislation that, among other things, compels tech companies to pay news publishers for information lifted out of articles and shared for free in a search result. The Digital Markets Bill demands relevant tech companies not apply discriminatory terms, conditions, or policies to certain users or use their market position to treat their own products more favorably than competitors. Next up, Spotify and Nebula partner to bring video content from top creators to Spotify. Nebula, a paid streaming service founded in 2019 to serve as a creator-owned alternative to YouTube multi-channel networks, has signed on to bring content from top Nebula creators to Spotify's video podcast platform. The initial slate of creators includes music reviewer Todd in the Shadows, movie review series Cinema Wins, and video essayists like FD Signifier and Cat Black. Retailers hate that you buy big things on your laptop. The 2023 holiday season was the first time mobile revenue share outweighed desktop-based purchases, reaching 61% on Christmas Day according to Adobe data. That said, consumers prefer pulling the trigger on larger purchases from the perceived safety of a desktop environment, to the point the term big screen purchase has been coined. The gulf between the two environments boils down to a wider need for better attribution. Mobile purchases are more appealing to retailers as they give more data, while the same is not true for desktop environments. Next, podcasting for learning, an antidote for screen time? The skyrocketing growth of the kids and family podcast genre is leading educators to reframe their views on the medium. Audio podcasts have the ability to swap out screen time with audio-based leisure time, as well as have the ability to be educational tools, effectively continuing the mission of child-focused audio companies all the way back to the mid-1970s with the founding of Books on Tape. And finally, the pros and cons of publishers' AI licensing deals. With a series of announcements involving publishers selling their content to companies like OpenAI to train their AI systems, Sarah Guaglione from Digiday lists out the positives and negatives of publishers helping build large language models. For pros, it monetizes a publisher's archive and potentially creates traffic possibilities if AI chatbots quote excerpts with direct links to the full articles. Cons include being underpaid as publishers have a lack of leverage, the deals lack transparency, and they could be helping build tools that effectively replace them with automatically written SEO-optimized content, such as The Verge's protest article from early April that used Google's Gemini AI to re-review a printer using SEO bait tactics like dozens of hyperlinks, AI-generated text, and a nonsensical headline built entirely of keywords. The article proved its point by immediately rocketing to the top of search engine charts for the phrase best printer. As for the rest of the news, Libsyn has published their IAB podcast upfront takeaways and the May 2024 podcast advertising rates on Libsyn ads, which was $21.63 CPM or cost per 1,000 impressions, which is down 27 cents from April and down $1.71 year over year. Cumulus Media and Signal Hill Insights have published the Spring Podcast Download Report, including a finding that podcast consumption might be undercounted due to co-listening. BBC journalists say podcasting allows them to have a more relaxed relationship with their audience than traditional broadcasting, and MSNBC has announced a premium podcast subscription with Apple. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, Tom Webster, and Newton Shuttlecotty. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.